بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Justifying genocide and slaughtering of women and children in holy war, Rabbi Eliyahu Mali, posted by Buyad Ainam. Among mankind are those whose religious and political leaders, that is, some of them, not all of them, claim they are God's exclusively chosen people, to whom is promised all the land between the Nile and the Euphrates, which is to be acquired by conquest and all that it entails, inclusive of genocide and ethnic cleansing, as per Torah mitzvahs, who are a special creation, pieces of God Himself, whose souls are unlike the souls of lesser humans, and for whose sole benefit everything other humans included was created. Israel Rabbi says kill everyone in Gaza, including babies. Rabbi Eliyahu Mali and his yeshiva are sponsored by Benjamin Netanyahu's government now. This racist supremacist ideology is derived from the Altar Torah and the Talmud, and is in full open display today in the genocide and ethnic cleansing of Palestinian, Arab, Muslim, and Christian Semites from Gaza. It is the first time in history that genocide and ethnic cleansing, its religious justification, execution, and celebration are being broadcast live in real time for all world to see. However, this genocide and the underlying ideology is rejected by many Jews all across the world. They stand with the Palestinians and denounce the settler colonial state of Rothschild Israel that was founded upon terror and ethnic cleansing since its inception. Many religious Jews consider this state a violation of their religion, and some of them consider it apostasy. Even within Rothschild Israel, many of its people could denounce Netanyahu and what he and his genocidal entourage have brought upon them. Many Jews are fleeing the land due to fear of further escalations. As for Hamas and October 7, then Hamas simply a pawn in the game and serve the interests of the racists and the supremacists of liquid and East religious extremists who openly advocate genocide and ethnic cleansing. See evidence that Hamas is a strategic tool for Jewish extremists. People like Netanyahu are craving and salivating over an event like October 7, and it is for this very reason that they strategically propped up Hamas to help justify their own hostilities and expansionist agendas. The last thing they want is peace talks and negotiations, because these kills the warmongering spirit and the long-term goal of broadening conflict and conquest with the full aid and backing of powerful Western nations which are married to Zionism. Hamas is a strategic tool for both the Zionists and the Iranian Rafida, while the Palestinian people in general are victims of bad leadership and power plays. The jurisprudence of genocide. It is clear that certain genocidal racist maniacs within Rothschild Israel have taken off their mask fully and unabashedly and are broadcasting their murderous rampage online on social media for the whole world to see. It is in this context we present below a barbarian who justifies the slaughter murder of innocent babies and children for fear that one day they may become fighters and racist, supremacist, genocidal conquest against them. Transcript. The basic rule we have been fighting in the Holy War in this case in Gaza is according to the doctrine, do not spare any soul. And the logic of this is very clear. If you don't kill them, they will attempt to kill you. Today's saboteurs are the children of the previous war whom we kept alive, and in reality it is the women who create the terrorists. And this means that the principle of do not spare any soul is very clear in our concept. It is either you or them, and in reality, do not spare any soul. It is based on the doctrine that says, he who comes to kill you in the afternoon, kill him in the morning. And the one who comes to kill you in the broad sense is not the person who is 18, 16, 20, 30 years old, the one who points his weapon at you, but also the next generation, and also those who give birth to the next generation, because in reality there is no difference. Then someone in the audience asks about elderly people. The genocidal maniac responds, the elderly people. There is no such thing as an innocent people. By the way, the elderly man is capable of carrying a rifle and shooting. Therefore, the Torah concept is very clear in the ruling. In Gaza, according to the estimate from IDF, between 95% to 98% want to annihilate us. This is the silent majority. Someone asked, the children too should be killed, to which the face of genocide responds, Ainam, the same thing, and that's because you can't play clever with the Torah. When the Torah says do not spare any soul, then you must not spare any soul. Today he is a child, today he is a youth, and tomorrow a fighter. The fighters, or those whom we call saboteurs, who are 18 years old today, were 8 years old in the previous war. Therefore, you must not stop killing. The essence of the above. The essence of the above is that it is a clear justification of genocide as part of an ethno-supremacist holy war, and treating the entire population to be enemy combatants, whether babies in the womb or otherwise, children, women, and the elderly. They are considered Amalekites, whose stress and mention is to wipe from the earth. The cold, hard-hearted, hate-filled barbarian stated that killing must not stop under any circumstances, and must therefore continue until no soul is spared. Anything less is playing clever with the Torah. That is the adulterated fabricated Torah in his hand, which is other than the Torah of Moses. This is a clear evidence that the Jewish holy war being advocated by this barbarian is one of the pure conquest and domination on grounds of racial and ethno-supremacism. This is keeping in mind that the enemy he is speaking of is the one that he and his predecessors among the terrorists of the Irgun, Haganah, and Stan gang, and the inheritors of this day, have been genociding and ethnic cleansing for 70 years. Those whom they have placed under occupation, apartheid, and concentration camps, this racist, supremacist, genocidal ideology is what is driving the current round of ethnic cleansing under the Netanyahu Likud regime. No man, think less than only a moron, can't distinguish between genocide and humanitarian law. No man, think less than is a brave and outspoken Jew who has criticized his fellow Jews, in particular the Zionists, for making an industry out of the Holocaust and using it to shield and deflect from their own crimes. In this video of 19 November 23, he provides 3 lines of evidence for clear genocidal intent and declares the one who cannot see it as a moron and an idiot. The justice of Islam and its Sharia. We have covered the just rules of war in Islam in other articles. Refer to just rules of fighting in the Sharia of Islam compared to genocidal, ethnic cleansing, tribal vengeance, doctrines, and excess of Trojan, horse Muslim extremists, and the principle of justice in war, the advice of Abu Bakr to Usama bin Zayd. In short, in the hadith of Abdullah bin Umar, there occurs that a woman was found killed in the one of the battles of the Prophet ﷺ, and he ensured the killing of women and children and prohibited that. Allah did not legislate fighting in his Sharia for revenge, tyranny, or poor conquest, but only to subdue the force of politicization, idolatry, disbelief, and oppression, which are active in hindering people from hearing and the peaceful call to the message of Islam, from attaining deliverance and success with paradise in the hereafter. Hence, fighting was suggested out of necessity, and as a massive fighting is only against those who fight against Muslims, when Muslims peacefully practice and convey their religion. Upon this, the Prophet ﷺ prohibited the killing of non-combatants, which are women and children, as well as other categories. Imam al-Taburi died written H. Rahimullah mentioned in his tariq that Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, the first Khalifa, advised the leader of the Muslim army, Usama bin Zayd, with the following: O people, stop for a moment. I advise you with 10. Do not be treacherous with secret violation of agreement. 2. Do not take spoils of war dishonestly. 3. Do not be treacherous with open violation of agreement. 4. Do not mutilate those who die in battle. 5. Do not kill a small child, or an old man, or a woman. 6. Do not cut down or burn the dead palm tree. 7. Do not cut fruit bearing trees. 8. Do not slaughter any sheep, cow, or camel unless it is for eating. 9. You will come upon a people who have isolated themselves in monasteries, so leave them alone on what they have prepared themselves with. 10. You will come upon people who come to you with vessels of various types of food. If you eat anything from them, mention the name of Allah over them. Refer also to excerpts from the preaching of Islam by Thomas Arnold, drawing upon hundreds of resources written in more than British Orientalist scholar Thomas Walker Arnold died 1930, provides picture of the spread of Islam different from that of modern loons and rabid Islam haters. So is the barbarism of the likes of Rabbi, Eliyahu, and other racist supremacists and bloodthirsty Jews like him denounced. It should be said by many other Jews of compare the justice, toleration, and moderation of the Sharia of Islam.